Shalom, shalom, shalom. Israel giving all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahshua, Ba'ashem Chakadash, the bonus to the apostles, the elders, GMS, Wu, I say, teach you, Akim out there, pushing word and truth and sincerity, risking your freedom in your life to do so. More so now than ever before, because we are close to the end, as you can see. Now, if we watch global news, man, you can tell things are heating up. Things are heating up, and it's getting bad. From bad to worse. We on them times to where things are gonna start happening, prophecy's gonna start moving. And you'll start to see, more prophecy. So as you can see from the title of this article I'm gonna get into, it says Putin says Ukraine war is going global. All right, now we know that according to prophecy, World War III won't start in Russia or Ukraine. It's going to start in the Middle East, all right? The conflict between the state of Israel against the Muslim countries is where, World War III will start. It's not going to start here, all right? It's not going to start in Russia. But, the title is heavy in itself. So we're going to read a little bit and get some scriptures. It says, summary. So to summarize what this is going to talk about, it says the West should think carefully. Russia fired medium-range hypersonic missiles. Putin, the Ukraine war is going global. Russia gives warning on INF missiles. Putin says Russia has right to strike back. All right, so it says Moscow, November 21st. Reuters. President Vladimir Putin said on Thursday that Ukraine was escalating towards a global conflict after the United States and Britain allowed Ukraine to hit Russia with their weapons and warned the West that Moscow could strike back, right? Because, America and NATO is playing with, fire, because Russia is not like, a weak country. Russia is a powerful nation with nuclear capable weapons, which is going to bring about, prophecy, the fulfillment of prophecy, which is this destruction of Babylon the Great. All right. That's coming. That's mandatory. That's prophecy. So it said Russia, Putin said, had responded to the use of U.S. and British missiles by firing a new kind of hypersonic medium-range ballistic missile at a Ukrainian military facility. More could follow, Putin warned. He said civilians would be warned ahead of further strikes with such weapons. All right? And by the way, Putin is building underground bunkers for his people that could withstand a nuclear warhead. But in America, that's not so. They're not doing that. It says, after approval from the administration of President Joe Biden, Ukraine struck Russia with 6 U.S.-made ATACMs and TACMs on November 19th, with British Storm Shadow missiles and U.S.-made HIMARS on November 21st. Putin said, and quote, from that moment, as we have repeatedly underscored, a regional conflict in Ukraine previously provoked by the West has acquired elements of global character, Putin said in an address to the nation carried by state television after 8 p.m. Moscow time. The United States, Putin said, was pushing the world towards global conflict. What we say, World War III. Let's get that. I believe that's Revelation 14. Is it 14? 14:9, I believe. No, 14:12. Let's see. No, I think it's 9 and 14. Let's get that real quick. Bear with me. Where is it? 11. All right. Revelations 11 and 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. Now, what is the second woe? Second woe, if you look in the Bible speaks about three woes that occurs. There's the first woe. It says the first woe comes, then the second one should come after. And then it says the second woe. Hold on, let's get that. First woe. Let's get that. Revelations 9 and 12. One woe was past, and behold, there come two woes more after. More hereafter. See? So the scriptures only speak about three woes or three major global conflicts. All right? Let's get that in the 9 and the GNT. I believe it's 9 and 12. Look. The first horror is over. After this, there should still be two more horrors to come. Now, it's not really speaking about horrors. It's talking about a global conflict. And if you know anything, you learned that in history class. There was two world wars. All right, the first woes passed. Two others woes are yet to come. Right. So the scriptures detailing the third and final war. You look at Revelation 18 speaks about the great war that many nations became rich off of. Speaking about America, that is like American scripture, which is 100% proof that it's true. Hold on 1 second. So we're gonna jump back. Says the United States said, so World War III is coming. That's the point of what I'm making. World War III is coming. The United States, Putin said, was pushing the world towards global conflict. End quote. And in case of escalation of aggressive actions, we will also respond decisively and in a mirror manner, he said. Putin said the Ukraine missile attack with ATACMS have failed to inflict any serious damage, but the Storm Shadow attack on Kursk region on November 21st had been directed at the command point and led to deaths and injuries. So it killed people, man. End quote. The use by the enemy of such weapons is not able to change the course of the military actions in the zone of the special military operation, Putin said. We consider ourselves entitled to use our weapons against the military facilities of those countries that allowed their weapons to be used against our facilities, Putin said. If anyone else doubts this, then they are wrong. There will also be a response. Russia controlled 18% of Ukraine, including all of Crimea, which it annexed from Ukraine in 2014. 80% of Donbass, the Donetsk and Luhansk regions, and more than 70% of Zaporizhia and Kherson region, as well just under 3% of Kharkiv region and the sliver of Mykolaiv region. Ukraine and the West say that 2022 invasion was an imperial-style attempt to grab sovereign Ukrainian territory, and that they feared Russia could try to attack a NATO member one day if Putin wins in Ukraine. Right, so that's pretty much, what I wanted. I read this again, Revelations 11 and 14. The second war is past, and behold, the third war coming quickly. Right, World War III is coming quickly, man. World War III. World War III. And this is one of the most typed. World War III has officially begun. Ukraine's ex-top general says. Putin, Ukraine, long-range missiles, and why there's talk about World War III. See? World War III is now Trump's to lose. Putin's scary move on the start of World War III. World War III has begun, says Ukraine ex-military commander amid Russia conflict. See? Look, 2 hours ago, Joe Rogan accuses Biden of wanting to spark World War III. So why is there always talk? Why is there talk now about there being World War III? Because this is scripture, baby. This is scripture, man. You know, we just read it. So like, you're just checking the time. It's scriptural. All right. And it says, look, this is a day ago. World War III has begun already. Warns Ukrainian ambassador in chilling messages. See? World War III broke out in 2024. Ukraine's former commander-in-chief. See? So, I mean, all fingers point to the prophecy of, Revelations 11 and 14 being accurate, man. World War is coming, man. And it's going to be the war that ends all wars. So with that, I want to give all praise to Yahweh Bashim Shabbat Shema Chakadash. The one to the positive Master Ruba, say to Akim. Till next week, Shalom.